This is Cronkite News.
Good afternoon and welcome to this Cronkite News Noon Update. I'm Sydney Schumann. Thanks for joining us. Governor Ducey has vetoed a bill that would have protected law enforcement agents from releasing their identity for 60 days after using deadly force. The controversial bill was drafted to protect police from the backlash of the public after what happened in the cases with Michael Brown and Eric Garner. The Arizona Senate has given initial approval for a revision to 2014's revenge porn law. The ACLU filed a lawsuit on behalf of groups of publishers and photographers over the original bill, saying it made anyone without permission to publish or shoot a nude photo guilty of a felony. Supporters say the revisions address these issues, but the groups involved in the lawsuit say their concerns have been ignored. The bill now awaits a formal vote. And a bill that would eliminate the state's new Common Core school standards was rejected by the Committee of the Whole in the state Senate yesterday. HB 2190 was criticized for being poorly crafted and requiring new classroom materials, costing the state millions. Governor Ducey has already asked the Board of Education for a full review of Common Core. Earlier this month, we told you about a number of bills being advanced by Republicans with provisions similar to an election bill abandoned last year. The bills include proposals to prevent so-called ballot harvesting and create loopholes for independent expenditures. All but one of these bills received initial approval yesterday and now await a formal vote. These and other revisions within the bills echo a 2013 election law repealed after 146,000 signatures were collected. The governor also vetoed a bill that would have given livestock and poultry its own set of animal cruelty laws, separate from those of house pets. HB 2150 looked to address reckless hoarding and other livestock animal abuses, but opponents of the bill said that changing the classification would have actually lowered their protection. And with the wet winter and heavy rainfall that Arizona experienced this year, forest officials say there's a possibility for a significant wildfire season.
A lot of good grasses and wildflowers come up. When those cure out and dry, which they will do as the weather heats up, the potential exists that we could have significant wildfires in the desert area.
And while those dried up desert plants may cause a fire spark, forest officials also say that the longer Arizona experiences moisture, the longer it will delay the start of wildfire season. Wildfire season typically begins during the months of April and May. Tune in tonight at 5 for comprehensive coverage about the technologies and practices to help keep you safe from wildfires this summer. Also coming up tonight, new legislation could bar teachers from speaking out on any proposed bills in their classroom. We take a look at the potential consequences for educators.
It's a case where a Tucson inventor holds a patent on a Spider-Man web shooter like this. But because of a precedent set in an earlier ruling, Marvel was allowed to stop paying him royalties.
That's it for this Cronkite News Noon Update. For Arizona's top headlines, head to CronkiteNewsOnline.com. We'll see you tonight at 5 on Arizona PBS 8 HD.